welcome to today's webinar. Good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are recording this today on the 23rd of December, 2021. This is a live webinar, so I'm just waiting for a few more folks to jump in and who have registered for the program, and to make sure that we're all starting together. So today's webinar is going to be on the 3 steps that you can take that I'm going to work through with you to improve the visibility of the numbers in your business. So really important that as a business owner, you have visibility of the numbers in your business. It just helps you test and measure any changes that you make, and you can start to tweak any tweaks that you make in your business. You can start to measure and quantify the results that you have, the results that you're getting. And by setting up a really good system of visibility in your business, you can actually start to do these things from remote, so from far away. So it's a super handy tool to have in your business. It's essential that you set it up. Obviously, I talk about it all the time. And so today I'm just going to run through with you together how you can set this up in your business, okay? So rightio, it's right on time. I think I'm going to get the show on the road. So this is an interactive webinar, like a lot of my other webinars. So if you have any questions, please pop them into the comment section below, and I will answer them. If you've got questions and you're watching the replay, also do the same. Put them in the comment section below, and I'll reach out to you and I'll answer it. What other housekeeping I have? Oh yeah, there's a great worksheet that goes with this. So if you want a copy of the worksheet, just in the comment section below, put the word worksheet, and I will, I'll make sure you get a copy of the worksheet. So let's get started here. And just bringing up the presentation, and let's go. Okay, so here we are. So these are we're going to work through today the 3 steps to improve the visibility of the numbers in your business, okay? So how's this going to work? This is going to be a very interactive session. You and I are going to be working together. There are going to be breaks. I'm going to be having 10, 20, 30-second coffee breaks where I want you to play full out. This is going to work really well for you if you actually do the exercises in the webinar / presentation, okay? Because if you don't, you may as well just be sitting here watching a movie, watching my pretty face, and you're really not going to get much out of it. My intention for you is to have a plan by the end of this 20, 25-minute session that you can go and start to implement in your business today, tomorrow, so that before Christmas, before New Year's, so that you have an action plan to improve the visibility of your numbers in your business, okay? Cool. So let's get the show on the road. Awesome. So based on my experience running businesses, buying and selling pharmacies, there were 3 big areas that I see that business owners need when it comes to improving the visibility of their business. And these are the 3 areas, if I could surmise, when I was running my businesses, that were really, really imperative in improving the visibility of the numbers in my business. Well, got some camera issues. Let me just get closer and start focusing. I'll do that. All right, there, back. Love technology. Okay, so let's go. So to improve the visibility of the numbers in your business, you need to fix these 3 areas, okay? So the first thing, you need to start recording your cash flow, and you need a way of projecting your cash flow as well, all right? The second part is you need to undertake a profit analysis. So you need to understand which products and or services in your business are profitable. And also, more than that, you just need to understand what their profit margin is, because I bet you some of us business owners are selling things at low margin without even realizing it because we haven't taken the time, okay? And the third thing that you need to have visibility of the numbers in your business is a KPI dashboard, right? So key performance indicators, I'm sure many of us have heard of it. Definitely very few of us have implemented it. So this worksheet is meant to be an outline of the goals and actions that you can take yourself. And it's just the beginning, okay? This is meant to serve as a catalyst so that you can then go on and create this visibility component in your business, okay? All right, so let's rock and roll. So here we are. Okay, this is the, before we go ahead, we need to sort of understand the why. You know, this is a really, really big thing. We need to understand why we want to improve the visibility of the numbers in our business. Because without really understanding the why, we're not really going to be driven forward when times get really tough in terms of fixing this area of our business. Because I'm sure, as many of us know, business owners, are used to, all of us, to get distracted. When shit hits the fan, you're constantly putting out fires, and we often escape from the essential part of keeping focus on our business. So it's really important that we plan and we understand the impact of the visibility of the numbers in our particular businesses, okay? And this is going to be unique for everyone. There's going to be an overarching theme for all businesses, but certainly it's really important that we get clear what's going on. Where would you like the visibility component? Where would you like the details in your business, okay? So we're going to work through this worksheet together, and we'll sort this out. So these are the three areas that in the business that we want to look at: the cash flow, that's recording and projecting, doing a profit analysis, and a KPI, and constructing a KPI dashboard, okay? So what we want to go through is the purpose, right? We want to understand what we want to accomplish and what is our motivation. So I'm going to give you a few moments here just to fill out this section. And so for an example, what do you want to accomplish from understanding the cash flow component in your business, okay? What's the goal that you're aiming for? What's your motivation? So we need to be really, really clear on this. So, you know, for instance, if, I would highly suggest, and, you know, to understand the cash flow in the business, you're looking at a way that you can start to understand what's going in and out of your business, and also projecting forward, like figuring out what does your bank account look like? How does your business trade 3, 6, 9 weeks into the future? Okay, so that's the purpose component. And the same thing for profit analysis. What do you want to accomplish by conducting a profit analysis? What's your motivation? And the same thing with the KPI dashboard, okay? What do you want to accomplish? So I'm just going to give you a few moments now to fill that out. Unfortunately, I haven't got any music. But yeah, just take a few seconds. We'll go 10 seconds for each just to fill that out, because it's really, really clear on why you want to understand what do you want to accomplish from these three areas of your business, okay? So yeah, so start filling that now. I'm going to have some imagery. All right. So I really got to reiterate that, you know, one, fill it out, do the worksheet. Second part, just get a version 1.0 down, get it done quickly. There's no need to overthink this, and just put a few thoughts down, which then you can later on go and develop, okay? So, but really important that you actually do this component before we get, you know, it's going to help you formulate a plan, and it'll help you stick to a plan as well. So the next part is the importance. So what difference will this make? What impact will this have? Okay, so in terms of the cash flow, what difference will this make by you understanding the cash flow of your business? What impact will this have? You know, will you be able to pay suppliers? What about the profit analysis? What impact, what difference will this make? Or, you know, maybe you might not be selling things at a loss or at a small profit, okay? So just fill out those three areas under cash flow, profit analysis, and KPI dashboard. What are the importance? What's the biggest difference that knowing these stuff in these categories will make for you? Here, you know, you want to describe it in a little bit of detail as well. So let's do that. I got some questions coming up here. Yeah, again, this question always comes up. So this framework is not mine. It's a framework of the strategic coach, Dan Sullivan. This is a version of his impact filter, which is a tool that he has, and you can check it out for free on his website, called the Impact Filter Guide. And it's a tool that he uses to clarify his clients' thinking. And yeah, I've just used a stripped down version of it that we can use right now for this quick training to help us get some clarity on what we want in our business and these particular aspects. Okay. All right, let's move on to the next one. So what's the ideal outcome? What does it look like when you've completed this step? Okay, so what does it look like when you've completed the cash flow component, understanding the visibility side of your business and the cash flow component? Paint a picture of what it should look like when it's done. Now, you're probably going to find some of these are going to be overlapping, but the more that you sort of drill down, write it down, the better clarity you're going to have, the easier it is going to be to formulate a plan for you, trust me. Okay. So we'll do cash flow, profit analysis, and KPI dashboard. So what does it look like when you've created a KPI dashboard? What's the ideal outcome? Okay. If we can write that in a little bit of detail, a couple more points than the other ones, that's going to be super useful. So what's the best result? What's the best thing? What's possible if you take action when you do this? What's the best thing that will happen if you take action on this particular part, on the cash flow, profit analysis, and KPI dashboard part? And you need to come up with some sort of positive result that will inspire you and energize you to keep on moving. Because when shit gets tough, we have a tendency, all of us, to kind of slow down and get distracted, slow down and stop. But by sort of referring to this sheet when we're down and looking again at our best result, what's possible if we take action when we have a KPI dashboard? What's possible if we understand the profit analysis component in our business? Okay, cool, awesome. All right, let's move on to the next part. Okay, so what we want to do now is we want to list 4 action steps for each category. So for the visibility component, and for the purposes of visibility, when you do to better understand your cash flow, what are 4 things that you could do now or do in the future? We want to list 4 things that you can do to help you create better visibility of the cash flow in your business. So some of these I've already mentioned. You need to start recording your cash flow. You need to start projecting it. But there are also other steps as well. If you sort of haven't got to the stage of getting your numbers ready, perhaps one of the action steps could be to contact your bookkeeper or accountant to give you a balance sheet or a profit and loss statement or an income statement, and that kind of thing. So yeah, let's just quickly jot down the 4 steps that you think that you need to take that's going to be unique for you in your business to start to put together a better understanding of your cash flow. Cool. All right. Excellent. Now let's move on to the next one, profit analysis. So we need to do a profit analysis in your business. What steps do you need to take to get this done? Right. So if you're a retailer, perhaps you need to contact your software vendor to extract the numbers out. Perhaps you need to get your retail manager or some other department, or you need to start to figure out a way how to do the profit analysis. How do you extract those details, I beg your pardon. So there are going to be, there's going to be a ton of action steps. I just want you to write down 4 so we can really get moving on this. All right. And you guessed it, KPI dashboard. So we want to create a KPI dashboard. This is going to give us, it's going to help determine what our key metrics are for our business. And to do that, with that KPI dashboard, we need to put down 4 action steps. So one of them would be to decide what you decide your key metrics are. How are you going to present the data? What does your dashboard look like? Where you're going to get all the information from? Perhaps also who you need to contact. These are just some of the things that you could list as action steps. Start to have a think about what would you like your ideal KPI dashboard to look like? Yeah. So those, let's write down those 4 action steps. Awesome. All right. So now we've got a bit of a plan. Remember your mate Bill and my mate Bill, who always said knowing your numbers is a fundamental precept of business, right? So it's really important that we start to understand, track, measure, and have a look at what's going on. So what we need to do now is just schedule our action steps. So for each part, the cash flow, profit analysis, and KPI dashboard, you've got a couple of action steps. I just want you to write down 1 to 2 on each week on what you're going to do from the previous slide. I want you to write down what action steps you're going to take to get that done. So maybe week 1, you need to contact your bookkeeper, or you need to download a cash flow spreadsheet. In week 2, contact your software vendor, etc., etc. Yeah. Week 3, start to think about, perhaps start to have a look at what other KPI dashboards are out there in the market, how that might be relevant to your business, etc. All right, because it's really important that we schedule this stuff in. Otherwise, if we don't schedule it in, we're just constantly chasing our tail. It never happens. We need to make sure that this is scheduled into our diary, so we've got a plan. All right. So let's talk through some next steps on how to get there, right? So we know we need to work on our cash flow. We need to do a profit analysis and create a KPI dashboard, yeah? So to further increase the visibility of the numbers in your business, for the cash flow component, you need to track it. Really important that you have a way of recording your cash flow, what goes in and what goes out on a weekly basis is what I would be recommending that you do. And you definitely need a way to start to project it, because once you start to project where the cash is going in and out in a business, it just becomes so much more dynamic. You get a really, really good understanding of your business, and you can start to anticipate any bumps in the road that might lead to insufficient cash. Or in a great situation, what happens if you've got excess cash and you want to pull a bit out of your business? How does that impact your business moving forward, right? So that's what we need to do there. In terms of profit analysis, we need to start figuring it out, how we work out what that is in our business. Okay, how do we figure out in our business what our profit is on our products or services? And the next part is we physically need to do it, actually get it done. All right, so we've really, really important. Now that we figured out how to do it, we need to actually start doing it, okay? For the KPI dashboard, we need to select 6 key metrics that are going to influence your business, right? 6 key metrics that you can track and measure that's going to move the dial in your business. And we need to track it. You need a way of tracking it. Really, really important, because there's no use sort of knowing it without sort of recording it, and tracking it in a visual way is what I would always recommend, because you can see it. It's easy to compare this week to last week to the previous year, but you need a visual way to track the numbers to track the key performance indicators in your business. Okay, cool. So when you fix these 3 areas of your business, when you work on this part, you're going to get more money. You're going to make a tremendous difference to your clients, and you're going to do it in a way that maximizes your personal freedom. So really important that we sort those out. So I hope you found that useful. Now you have a roadmap actually, where you've done the hard work. You've figured out why it's important to you to improve these areas of your business. You've got some action steps. I've given you some action steps, and now you can actually go forward and start to implement this stuff, right? So this is where the fun thing, where it gets really, really fun. And you've got a 3-week plan. I would suggest you get onto it straight away. But if you want some help with this stuff, if you want some help in helping you figure out what your KPIs are, how to implement them, same thing with your cash flow, just put the word visibility in the comments below, and I'll reach out to you. Just remember again, if you need a copy of the worksheet, just put the word worksheet. down below if you're watching the replay. And yeah, I'll send you out a copy of the worksheet, and you can work through it in conjunction with this this little webinar that we've put together. All right, guys. Yeah, as I said, if you need some help with this stuff, just pop the word visibility below, and we'll speak soon. Much love.